Alright, so before we get this started, I feel like a lot of my story times and just random videos where I swear like a sailor just end up being, 18 plus or whatever, I don't know. But I just wanted to mention that, so, yeah, this is probably one of those 18 plus stories, so I'm not going to age restrict it or anything, because that just makes it so a lot of people don't see the video, I guess, that happens sometimes. And I mean, if you're not 18, then go ahead and watch it. I don't even care. Like, I'm just gonna say I'm not responsible if your parents get mad at little Timmy for viewing a video about this. So this happened when I was like 12, I think, and when I was 12, that was when I first started figuring out that your pee made more than pee. Your pee can produce yogurt, you know, and I just remember there was all these crazy things that like I would figure out how to do and stuff. Like I tried, humping pillows, all kinds of weird stuff. But I probably should have mentioned this in the time I tried to, weird ways I tried jacking off story. But I didn't, and I probably should have. But another thing I wanted to mention was there was some weird glitch with my video yesterday where like the audio got fucked up and then the video got all screwed up too. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. I don't know why, it's never happened before. But anyways, I keep getting sidetracked, sorry. But anyways, I just remember when I was that age, I was just doing all kinds of weird things, trying to figure out, oh, will this be good? Will this be good? And I just remember, like, I was trying to figure out ways to make, like, a fucking pocket pussy and stuff, because I never bought one. And people would just say, like, oh, you gotta take 2 sponges and shove it in a Pringles can, and then, like, put a glove on top. And I was like, yeah, I tried that. It just made me look like an idiot. And then wonder why the Pringles can was missing, just my parents wonder why the frick the Pringles can was missing and everything, and one guy was like, it's like the real thing, and I'm like, it didn't even feel good, you're fucking insane, like, clearly you've never had sex before, Mr. Guy, if you're saying it's like the real thing, or maybe fucking alien pussy feels like that, fucking go to Mars and have sex with a woman with 3 titties or some shit. But anyways, yeah, it was just weird, and like one guy had said something about like, okay, Serge, what you want to do? Like, get some freaking lotion and fill up a Gatorade bottle with it, and then like go to town. So I was thinking like, this is so stupid, like this isn't gonna work. But it took me like a while. It took like 15 minutes, and usually like I take like shorter than that, like 6-7 minutes to finish and everything. Maybe 4 or 5 if I go really fast or whatever. But anyways, yeah, it just was weird because it took me a while, and then I was just like, after a while, I wasn't even feeling anything, and I was just going to town, freaking, just making weird facial expressions, just freaking, yeah, I'm kidding, I don't do that. Maybe I do. I've never looked at myself while I jack off, and not one of those fucking narcissists who are in the mirror, fucking jerking off to their reflection. It's freaking weird when people do that. I've never met anybody that does, but I'm sure there's one freaking weirdo out there that does. But anyways, yeah, pretty much I was just doing that, going to town and everything, and then I finished, and I'm like, that took me a while, and after a while, it wasn't even one of those things that was like, oh, I'm glad that felt good. It was like, okay, I'm glad I'm finished with this now, because if you're a woman, then you probably wouldn't know that if you get aroused or whatever, I don't know if this happens to women, but if a guy gets aroused, they get a thing called blue balls, if they just do nothing about it, like if they get a boner or don't jack off or have sex, then they just it's literally called blue balls because your nuts start to hurt. It hurts. It feels really painful and everything, and that's just what happens. So, yeah, basically that's just what happens and everything. I mean, so just moral of the story is, I guess, just don't do that. Like if you get horny, unless you're in school or some shit, then fucking don't do it, or fucking do it. But anyways, yeah, I finished, and then I tried pulling the Gatorade bottle off my little marquee, and it wouldn't come off. So I was like, oh shit, it's fucking stuck on there, and I almost felt good. I was like, at least I don't have a fucking tiny shrimp dick. It fucking got stuck on there, and I couldn't pull it off. And I was just like thinking, I was just like closing my eyes, and I was just thinking fucking like, the least attractive thing I can think of, fucking like Hillary Clinton, frickin' Lindsay Lohan, frickin' like old scientists, frickin' I'm just thinking like in my heart as I can, like vegetables, frickin' rock collection, baseball, just like frickin' all these things, anything that will not turn me on, just like frickin' thinking about like paleontology, freaking like old grannies, you know, just all these things that I'm just thinking won't Shrek hentai. Maybe that would turn me on. Anything, like, just all these things that won't turn me on, you know, just trying to think of it, like freaking math homework, all these things. I'm doing that for like 5 minutes, it's not working, you know, just next thing I know, I'm just sitting there freaking like, I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I'm just like, am I gonna put on pants? And by the way, it wasn't one of those tiny Gatorade bottles, it was like a decent size, not a 32 ounce, it was like a 20 ounce. So it's pretty decent size. It's not a fucking tiny Gatorade bottle where I could just like, you know, put on some sweatpants and freaking, you know, just chill out or whatever for a while until it went away, you know, like, because what it was doing was, I guess it's like, it almost acted like a freaking dick pump in a way. Like, I've never had to use those, but I've heard it just like puts air in it or something. It's like, or it gets rid of the air and, you know, just freaking, that's how it gets hard or whatever. I don't know, I've never used it, but I mean, it was just like compressing it so that, you know, I couldn't lose the erection. It was weird, like. So then, next thing I'm trying to do, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna freaking, I try heat, you know, like I grabbed my mom's hair dryer, you know, and I tried like putting heat on the bottle, you know, to see if it would work. Didn't work. So the next thing I know, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get in the shower, you know, and freaking try and put on a cold shower, and, you know, just freaking finally, after like 3 minutes of just sitting there, like, please go away, just and I was just closing my eyes again, just thinking about, you know, freaking things that wouldn't turn me on, like, you know, freaking dirt, you know, whatever. And then finally I just hear like, and I'm like, finally, it fell off. And then I just was, so it was like 11 o'clock at this point, and I had school the next day, so I was just thinking like, okay, I'm gonna freaking go away, you know, go to bed and all that. And in the morning that day, I guess my little brother took a shower, and he was only about 7, and he was like, it was just so funny, because, you know, little kids, like, when they don't understand stuff, like, you know, if they see some guy that's bald, and they're not bald, they're like, why is he bald? You know, just like stuff like that, or whatever. So my brother just goes up and he's like, Mark, why did you have a freaking Gatorade bottle filled with lotion in the shower? Why is that there? I was like, I don't know, my friend told me to drink it as a dare. He's like, you're weird. I was like, you have no idea how weird I was being, and never did it again. I just fucking used my hand, you know. But the moral of the story is, if you're gonna fucking stick your dick in something, make sure you can take it out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and I'll see you guys next time.